Welcome to the weekly races, where we're going through the process of trying out different cars to find out the best cars. And we'll go with maybe an unsung hero, but no one ever picks the Mustang. So welcome to Gran Turismo 7 Sim Racing. If you love sim racing or if you love Gran Turismo 7, you're at the right spot. Here we work hard every week to play around with the best cars, the best setups, and we make sure we have a whole lot of fun. So here we are trying out the Mustang. Wonderful 5-liter Coyote engine. At least I certainly hope that's what's in the race car for GT3 racing. So this is the GR3 weekly race. Everyone's gotten a lot faster. We're in the C League, but everyone's gotten a lot faster while we... Oh, well, the Mustang sure can take a hit. Someone just ran into the rocks there. Someone hit us really hard and this thing held it together. And I think one of the reasons the Mustang is rarely ever taken is that when you're back on the throttle, it can be a little hard to control. If you're in a low gear, there's a little too much torque that seems to go to those rear wheels. And we did just pick up two podium finishes in a row. Oh, typical weekly chaos. And the Mustang can't take a hit hard enough to have the whole camera angle changed. Blinkers on. Hitting to the last place. Let's see what we can do. Have fun. Pick up a few laps. Alright, as you make it in, let us drop a comment so I know who's watching. We can get to know each other. If you're a regular, great. If you're new to the channel, welcome. Hey, it's Knight Rider Jim. What is up, Jimmy? Look at me here. I guess I had too many wins with the Nissan GTR, so I thought I'd try something new and go for the almost never used Mustang. I want to throw Ford. Everyone's been throwing Ford some shade, but in the real world, the Mustang GTD has just been destroying the Nürburgring. So I figured, let's try the Mustang. First hit, took a major hit and really stayed on track. There we go, stuck to, oh, and there's that little extra kick that I think it makes this car very few people's favorite car. Rarely chosen. We rarely seem to be racing against it. Knight Rider Jim, have you gotten any races in this week? How are they going? What are you driving? Where are you driving? So I'll just try to, I'm going to try to keep it in between the navigational beacons here. Drive between those points, turn in on the outside marker. So outside marker, turn in. Oh, not too bad at trail braking. Just hard getting back on the throttle with this. All right, nice race B with the 4C. Alfa Romeo, fantastic choice for this race. Trail brake up the hill. Get to the marker, start accelerating at the inside apex marker. A little more work required than driving the GTR, but Mustang's not horrible. It's not horrible at all. And are fantastic cars in the real world. You can pick up a used 5-liter Mustang, 2012 and up, but I recommend a 20 if you want something that handles well, very well, pretty well. I'd say get one of the newer generations, 2015 and up. 2018's the stock exhaust sounds a whole lot better. So 2018, a little visual change from the 15, 16, 17s. Yeah, the mid-engines are dominating. Great point, Jimmy. Ooh, there we go. Good brakes on the Mustang though. Mustang GTs really in the real world do have great brakes. The Brembos, you can get them with get a performance package 1 or 2 depending on the year, or a Mach 1, a Dark Horse, or what? Shelby's fantastic. Ginormous brakes with the Shelby. 2016, you had to pick either the Tech Pack or the Track Pack, and the Track Pack had this tiny little screen that takes a bit of the price. It doesn't look like nearly as much of an expensive vehicle. 2017, everyone gets a Tech Pack, so everyone has the 8-inch touchscreen. Just looks good, easier to use. If you want to throw navigation into there, or it actually comes with navigation in those years, you'd actually be able to use the screen for something. Backup camera, navigation, and whatnot. Mustang's not bad. Just no one gives it any love. I could really rev out this Coyote engine. And in the real world, there's not enough love for the 4.6 liter generation of Mustangs. And that is, if you want to get a Mustang and put crazy amounts of miles on it, get a 4.6 liter. And you don't want to spend that much money. But if you can afford it, get a 5 liter. Whole lot of fun. You just got to get used to it. Make sure you get your shifts right on. Yes, you can easily lose control over accelerating the Mustang. Like that. Sounds great. Let me know what you think of the Mustang here. Especially you, Jimmy. You see me race pretty much every night, most nights at least. So I'll cost a second off our time, but I think I get a 153 with the Mustang. Oh, there's a mid-engine passing us. The McLaren. Karcher reminds me of my pressure washers that died. I went through 2 Karcher pressure washers. Kind of my fault. I left them both outside with some ever so slight freezing, and unfortunately their water holding tanks are plastic, so if you leave them outside light freezing and thin plastic, light freezing will completely crack them out. But hey, we got someone to play with now. Ooh, that was a slow lap. Yeah, you just can't put the Mustang pedal to the floor. Excuse me. Sorry about that, folks. Second faster, starting to get the hang of this. Hey, Mustang Drifter X, good timing, good night to drop in. I'm giving the Mustang 5 liter here. The race Mustang, the GT3 Mustang, a little love, no one seems to use it. Almost never see it on the track. It's not bad at all. Not bad at all. Just a little harder, but a little more fun to drive. Very high red line for a V8. 7,250 RPM in the real world. And I just had to, there's a bit of a buckling under the pressure. Just the right distance behind to not run into them. And just enough, just close enough, I guess, to apply a little bit of pressure. And we moved up a spot after having been kicked into 16th. Brutally beaten into 16th. Oh, Mustang Drifter, good choice. And I didn't see what that last lap was at, but it was my last best lap. I really like the GTR here. GTR went quite well. The Ferrari, I love how it drives on this track, but I don't find it works with how others drive on this track. The brutal attacks that we get. I need a big square block like the Nissan GTR. Ha! Gabe over here writing, can't make a turn, just lean on me. SMH, whatever that is. That was incredible. Lee Dirty. There we go. That was incredible. Comment 1, followed by Dirty. Oh, shaking my head. Fair enough. Let's see. Oh, we're in the B League. Oh, that's why people were so much faster. Well, we made it to the B. Oh, no, well, we're still C. It was our shot at C. They're letting a few of us try out the B League here. But all that dirty, dirty racing. Hopefully we get another shot at the B. But there we go. We made it in to racing with some consistent B drivers. I've been up since 4 a.m. and it's now like 10 something here. So I'm a wee bit tired. Maybe not the best night to ruin my close attempt into the B League. Okay, so no Mustang. We'll get serious here. Let's get some laps back in with the GTR. Try to get a top 8 position. Get a few of those. We'll be in the B League. This is how we're going to get in the B League and stay in the B League. Yeah, 4 a.m. I was trying to get out of Toronto and things went wrong with the shuttle. Things went wrong with the airport. Our flight was delayed. Got stuck in Montreal traffic. 12 hours inside of a cabin of something. Whether it was a shuttle bus, the plane. Bit of a painful day. But awfully, a whole lot less painful now that I'm with you all. There we go. Very stable, very easy to drive GTR. Fast learning curve on this. And this really has brought us taking a chaotic track and taking a very stable vehicle that takes a hit and is easy to drive. Really has turned things around for us. It's gotten us just about into the B League. We're not B rated, but we're last race we were racing against almost every other racer was B. See if we can take a half second off that time. Oh, Mr. Night Rider Jim, I was in your neck of the woods. Very cool. Well, we were on Niagara on the lake, and no, I didn't get to see the waterfalls because I had the wife and baby with me. We didn't have a car seat, so we couldn't take an Uber, we couldn't take a taxi, and the wife didn't want to take the city bus because it would drop us off an hour walk away from the falls, and we weren't sure if the next bus would actually bring us right to the falls or not. So into the Bass Pro Shop. That's how I got this hat. We got to take a look at the tools that they had there. The tools for pigeon, skeet shooting, and clay pigeon, planking, all that fun stuff. So I haven't driven since Tuesday night. But I haven't lost too much speed. Let's see. Is this a 151 flat? It's close. It's close to my old record. Okay, almost back to my Tuesday night speed. Maybe this will be the lap. Won't cross the fingers. I need them for the paddle shifters here. That was definitely a lot faster through there. So, just like in racing, as in life, whether you're taking on a business opportunity, being your own boss, taking on a new sport or hobby, you gotta assess where you're struggling, put the time and effort in. I lost a little bit of time on that last section. Improved in one area, was slower in two others. Haven't built the consistency up yet. Takes quite a few laps to build up a lot of consistency. Let me know if it's different for you. Maybe you get on a track and you just start nailing it right off the bat. Alright, I'm going to get into the live. That way if there's chat, I'm more likely to catch all of it. It's a little far on the screen to have it here. I like to have it right by the steering wheel. Shan't be long. Starting up. Oh, back into the C League. Starting in fourth. Well, the top of the pack is quite a bit safer. 100% safer if we're near the top from the beginning of the race. And Grease Monkey driving Knight Rider Jim's car right there. The 4C. Great choice. McLaren's done quite well here as well. Let's try to pick up a podium to be back competing with those B racers. So close. We needed a third. We needed a third podium, and we would have been in the B League. Mr. Anderson, everyday diligence. Yes, I missed Wednesday, Thursday, and it shows. AI K-tuned over there in sixth. I'd say before you improve your DR, focus more. It's more important to be racing in a clean safety rating, because even I feel there should be something cleaner than S. We've maxed out our safety rating and still getting into quite a bit of trouble. But I guess, no, that's right. When we were mixed in with B racers, that means we were not racing with the clean B. They throw us in with the dirtiest of the B, and we got taken out. Now, just a heads up, everyone, if you haven't signed up for Sim League Pro that Tom's Produfus has put on, we've got races tomorrow, one at 11, one at 12. Check it out, sign up, let's get to racing together. All right, so 3 for the brake balance. We're driving the Nissan GTR. This has been a key to several wins this week, back-to-back podiums. Fantastic car, easy to control, easy to take it between those navigational beacons. If you're not racing with the markers, it will help you to get to know the tracks and give you a little reminder where you ideally start turning in. But when there's traffic, that's not necessarily the line you want to take. So lap 1, we want to be more protecting the inside. Whole lot of defense. There we go, defended the apex there, keeping the car behind us. Little smoke screen thrown out by third place. Hopefully we'll have enough distance on fourth to stay out of his punt zone. Ooh, lost a little speed through there. The gap opens up. Of course, it's going to be a little bit more on our rear tailpipes. And I've never gotten the hang of this section. This is definitely my slow section here. Being in the right gear definitely helps, just like the S-turns, uphill S-turns at the end coming up. I think I need to run through those in first gear. If you're doing it in second, let me know how. There we go, first and then into second, and that got us a tiny bit of space up on third here. I'm going to try to catch his drift, get into his draft. Missed a shift there. That's going to cost us a little bit of space, but we do have 1.5 seconds on the car behind us, which is great. .300 is the absolute latest I think I can start braking there. Everyone's just waiting for the car in front of them to make a mistake. Oof, sorry friend. Hit you light enough that it didn't send you in any direction other than just a wee bit forward. Let's see how he does this. Okay, he catches that apex and he's back, at least partially on the throttle pretty quickly. And there he is, just much earlier on the throttle. Okay, so watching another fellow racer really can be helpful, and I'm going to basically treat this 911 in front of us like a teammate. Try to benefit from his draft and race together. Hopefully we can both take a position if someone in front of us makes a mistake. No point in battling it out and possibly crashing out. Now the Nissan GTR, that 911 has a much higher chance of crashing out than the Nissan GTR. That's not my style, and anyways, when you bump other cars, you're both getting slowed down. So clean, safe, smart racing is the way to go. And if that sounds good to you and you're keen on learning and growing, join the channel, subscribe, hit that thumbs up, and turn bell notifications on to not miss out our races. And come join the JCCR Racing Pit crew. Maybe even want to become a JCCR Racing teammate. If so, run it by Tom. That's Super Doofus in the live chat. He'll tell you what to do and how to do it. Run you through the tests. Hey, Super Doofus Tom! Yes, we will race long and prosper. Today we raced long to get home. We were in Toronto at 4 a.m. this morning. Shuttle bus at 5 a.m. Helped repair the shuttle bus door that was jammed closed at about 5:36 a.m. Got off at the wrong terminal because I am not a fan of the Pearson Airport. They could definitely make things a lot easier by labeling the shuttle, taxi, limousine drop-offs different letters that match your actual gate. So I got off at the wrong terminal and took an hour to get to the correct terminal. Up and down elevators. Horrible. Not nearly as fun and enjoyable as this race right here. We got someone right behind us. We're not that far from third. Anything could happen. Stay tuned. Drop tips and tricks. Help me get faster, folks. Yeah, well, it was a work vacation, so got to meet the heads of Lincoln Canada. Very, very, very interesting. Very intelligent, smart, and really really enjoyable people to meet, learn from. All right, we need persistence and a little luck here. Oh, I left the apex wide open there. Tap and slide through. Oh, big mistake. I'll just try to hold on to fifth. Hit the wall at a place that I haven't hit the wall there in a very, very long time. Rookie mistake, costing us a position, but at least we held on to fifth. Top five. Oh, we still have a lap. Fantastic. Okay. Good news. Yes, and we got back. I think we'll be getting back fourth here. Let's see. Yes, we are. Nice little back and forth there. So I like racing. Clean back and forth on his part and mine. No dirty tricks that would get you, disqualified or suspended for a few races. No spears into another stratosphere. All Americans at the top. Americans taking the podium so far. Unless third makes a mistake. I don't plan on making another. Here we go. Yes, we did a thing. We picked up a 4th place. Not bad. Not a big thing, but I'll still consider that a small victory. All right, 1 minute left. Let's see how this shook out. Grease Monkey, I'd love to see where the safety rating was there, but I'm sure top notch, as he just cooked. He had space to cook, and he cooked the whole meal. He's having steak for dinner. We got the 650S in second. Karcher was also cooking up there. We've been behind him before. Just mentioning earlier about my 2 Karcher pressure washers that clunked out. So another nice race with Karcher there. And let's see what happened to our safety rating. We did a little bit of paint trading by accident. Great to have you all. Thank you so much for making the live chat and being part of the JCCR Racing Pit Crew. Yes, Mustang Drifter X, thank you very much for the good game. Love it. Kindness is free, and you're throwing it out there. Hey, kindness is free, and people are still pretty darn cheap with it. And, you know, if you can't even give out the free stuff, that's what truly makes you really cheap. If you don't have a whole lot of money, and even if you have a lot of money, but you're constantly investing it into businesses and people and yourself, it's all right if you don't spend a whole lot of money here and there. But when it's free, the kindness is free, throw it out. Thank you so much, Mustang Drifter. All right. And I'm going to say congratulations to the people up top there. Great work. Seriously, congratulations to Grease Monkey and Karcher. NCAR W with the S rating going up. Good job. Where is this NCAR W? He's left, unfortunately. So our safety rating can't go up. It's maxed out. NCAR W, good job going up. Karcher in second for a nice, clean silver. Grease Monkey saying good race. Well, Grease Monkey, thank you very much. You had a fantastic race, by the way. That was a very nice race. I'm going to say thanks for the clean race. It's free and it's true. Very cool. Very, very cool, folks. Love it when the races are like that. And the Nissan GTR, either way, even when they're filthy dirty and chaotic, it's just a great car to run because it can take a hit. We've been hit with this thing before. Cars came in to take spear us into another stratosphere by going out and then hitting us right in the corner panel. And the car still stood true. And they just bounced off to us and went off into the mountain. Mustang Drifter X, since I've been up since 4 a.m., I'm thinking now was about the time I was going to go to bed because Super Doofus Tom is hosting Sim League Pro. I wish the first race was at 9 a.m. or 10 a.m. because 11 is about when I usually need to get off the streaming and get to taking care of my daughter. And noon means it's a race all the way to 1. So I'm going to compete in at least one of those Sim Race Pro races, the first one. I don't know if I'll make it to the second, but if in future weeks it's a little earlier, 9-10 as a starting point, and then there's 2 races, well then I will be in for both. I'll try to be in for both, but it's going to depend on my daughter. Folks, thank you so much. Blessed to have you along for the ride. Wish you all more cars and more power. Good luck this weekend. Good luck in your work week. I need to get some sleep so I can actually have a work week that's, coherent. Oh, yes, Mustang Drifter X, please get your link and paste it into my live stream. I want more people to check out your channel. Mustang Drifter X, what's your channel name? I'm going to go look for it right before I go to bed. I'll go out, let the dogs out, but let me know here your live stream until I get it. Unless you tell me you don't know how to get it or you're not going to get it for us, then that's fine. But give me at least your name of your channel, and if possible the link, and I'll go check it out tonight. So in the meantime, select from garage. Tempted 4C McLaren. We could try out one last car here. Oh, fantastic. And Super Doofus picked it up. Super Doofus, you are the best moderator known to the sim world. Mustang Drifter X, I have subscribed to your channel. I'll be able to check that out. Let's do one last here. Let's select from garage. What do you guys suggest? What should we be running that is both quick and tough other than Nissan GTR? Is the RCZ quick and tough? I find the Ferrari just gets a little off, unhinged when it takes a hit. The 911, not too bad, not too bad. The Lamborghini really gets unhinged on the dirt, so I have trouble with that. But if you've got a suggestion for me, drop it, folks. And if no suggestions come in, well, I also have trouble with the RCZ because I find it's a lot like the Ferrari. But it seems to be dominating, and the Viper is actually near the top of the list too. So let's try out the RCZ, see how it's different. It was by just randomly trying new things that I came across the incredible speed and toughness of the Nissan GTR. So it's always good to try different cars. It's well worth the time and effort. Now usually the mid-engines, you run them more around -1, -2. Wow, really nice through those turns. Definitely want to be able to trail brake, very important. Let's lower this 151.8. See if we can. Losing a lot of time there. GTR, I can fly through there quite a bit quicker. Really good at holding on there. That's great. Not quite my cup of tea. And I do find green tea quite nice. Just would like a little more turn in off of it. I'm liking the acceleration. Turn at high speeds is fantastic. All right, so now see if I can get in a hot lap. Final lap. Yeah, it continues. It's got great turn in at very high speeds. Doesn't quite stick it as much as I'd like when accelerating out of a turn. nice through that section. Okay, yeah, so it's properly fast. Properly fast. Yeah, lead is extremely fast this week. Really got it up there. You got like a high 148. That's incredible. Okay, so I'm a second off my Nissan GTR time, but the time's coming down, so I feel like doing one more lap. No, no. If I had nailed that first turn. Well, that's it, folks. Thank you so much. Godspeed. I wish you all more cars and more power. Hope you get to put the pedal to the metal on a car that you love. And if it's not in the real world, don't worry. This is still my favorite place to do it. Check out Johnny's Car Care and Reviews, where I do real world reviews of cars, as well as long-term reviewing my personal owned 2017 Shelby GT350. 1999 Porsche 911 with all the wonders that come along with owning an older 911 and all the horrors. I tell it all as it is. And we've also got a 2025 Ford F-150 Tremor and a 1991 Toyota MR2. The JDM right-hand drive turboed machine. So check that out over on Johnny's Car Care and Reviews. Thank you so much for watching, folks. Godspeed, God bless, and see you tomorrow in the races, starting at 11.